Hi, it's me. I am a little sick, so I'm so sorry if I annoy you with my voice or if I sneeze, because that has been all that I am doing, is sneezing and annoying people with my voice. It is so cold outside. I'll show you guys how cold it is right now. It has been so cold, and that reminded me of why I hate driving in the snow. I just have really bad luck. I have such bad luck. My friends, they've gotten into like accidents when I'm in the car, and they never get into accidents when I'm not in the car. So about a year ago, I remember it was the day that I dyed my hair blonde because I wanted to dye it all purple. I did that, and it was actually pretty cool. I kind of miss my purple hair, but I miss my natural hair more, so I'm letting it be natural. Letting it do its thing. God knows what's best for your hair color. That's for sure. But I had my hair blonde, and I was at his house, and he's like, "Let's go eat sushi." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so down." So we're driving to go eat sushi from his house, and a fast way to get there is through like the back streets. Regardless, I like to go the speed limit or lower, especially when it's snowing, because in the back streets you never know. That's what I always told Oscar. You never know what crazy people are doing, or se me mete un cristiano y ya me meten al bote. Anyways, I was driving carefully. I was driving less than the speed limit. My highlights were on because it was a dark street. It was snowing and it was uphill. So I was going pretty slow. There was no way I was going to go out of control, that I would lose control of the car. So I'm driving carefully, and I'm driving and I'm paying attention, and then Oscar goes, "Stop, stop, what are you doing?" And I'm freaking out. So I look and I see this girl running towards my car. Like, literally, my car is right here, and she was just running towards my car. Like, not even past it, not even, like, accidental. She was running towards my car. So I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do, and I stop. I was at complete stop when this girl made impact with my car. It was like, and she jumped onto my windowsill on my side, and she like fell over, and I was freaking out, and Oscar was like calm, and so I'm like, no, I don't feel safe, like I need to get out of here. So I drove to Rayleigh's, a supermarket, because that was the closest place there. Now, I never left the scene of the crime with the intention of forgetting about it or ignoring it. I left because I did not feel safe. At first, I swear to you, my mind was like, the zombie apocalypse is starting, like, it's going crazy, because she ran straight towards my car. So I stopped at this parking lot, and I call 911, and I'm like, "Hey, this girl just hit my car. Like, she ran into my car." I was at a complete stop when it happened. I didn't hit her like intentionally. Like, I don't know what's going on, and I was freaking out. And Oscar's pissed at me because he's like, "You hit her." And I'm like, "No, I didn't. Like, she ran towards my car." He's like, "Well, if the cops ask me, I'm gonna tell them what really happened." And I was so pissed, and I was crying, and I was freaking out, and I was like, "No, like, I know I didn't hit her. I was at a complete stop, and she was coming towards me. Like, there was a whole road. Like, I knew she was coming towards me, because she had time to, like, go to the right, or she had time to, I don't know, jump out of the way, something." And not only that, not only the fact that she was running down the middle of the road, like, she had so much time. She was running down the middle of the road straight at my car, the only car on that street. I just knew something was off. She was wearing a dress, by the way, and she was wearing no shoes. I remember that too. So that was kind of like a red flag, like, something is like weird with this girl. And I've seen all these shows, like, that give me paranoia, but I've seen all these shows where they're driving and it's a road trip and it's late at night, and they cause like an accident and you pull over, and then when you're trying to help them, they steal your car or they rob you or they kidnap you. So I knew right away like something was way off, something was way off. So I drove off. I know like you can do that when you're safe. So Oscar was so mad at me because he was like, you just drove away from like running her over, you're gonna get in so much trouble and all this. And the operator lady said that she was going to send a cop to my location. So I was crying and crying and crying because Oscar was obviously being a poopy head. Then nobody shows up. It's like 15 minutes and no one comes. There's no sign of anything. And I'm like, what's going on? So I call 911 again because I didn't know who to call. And I'm like, hey, I just called about an accident and I'm still waiting and nobody has came. Like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, sorry, we're just trying to look for the people that did this because the people are running from the cops. So I was like, what? Like, you know, what the hell? What do you mean they're running from the cops? But I was so happy at the same time because I knew what had happened, that I didn't run into her. Like, she ran straight to me. And I told Oscar what she said, or well, it was on speaker, so he heard, and Oscar was kind of like what, you know? And I knew it, like, I knew it. She ran to my car, and I was freaking out, and, like, she's like, just, Oscar's dad is coming. Oscar's parents are MVPs. They bring me food. But I don't have a car, that's why. It's not like I'm spoiled or anything. The 911 lady says to me, just go to your destination, like wherever you were going. And I was so mad at Oscar because I just couldn't believe that he didn't believe me, he didn't trust me. He was there, like he saw her, and I just think he was like, oh, she can't stop, like she couldn't stop, and you couldn't. I was at a complete stop. Like, there was just so many things off about that situation that I knew that I did not hit her. So when we got there, I was crying, and he's like, oh, we can't go in when you're crying, and I couldn't stop crying, and I called my dad, and I told him, and my dad's like, just relax, it's okay, like, as long as you know, like, you're safe, and she's probably okay if she's, you know, running or doing whatever. A police officer called me and was like, hey, so you just, like, what happened? We want to know about the incident, and I told them, and when I said she ran towards my car, he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, she ran towards my car. I don't know what was going on. Like, she wasn't wearing shoes, and I told the whole story. And he was like, did you see her fight with another man before this happened? And then it kind of hit me like, oh, maybe she was getting in a fight. She ran out. She was in danger, something. And I said, no, I didn't know anything of that. And then he was like, okay, he took my name, my number, my license, my plates, everything. I went inside. I tried to eat. I couldn't eat. I was crying. Everybody was like, what's going on? Like, why are you crying? Because everybody knew me at that sushi, so I was just crying. And it was just such a bad situation. And the fact that Oscar really thought I hit this girl. I'm actually, like, if you've been in a car with me, I know I'm kind of bad luck, and I know I'm crazy, but I'm a good driver. I try to be so safe because I have a feeling I'm gonna die in a car. I don't know what happened to the lady. I don't know what happened to her man. I don't know what happened with that situation. Like, after that, they never called me. They never talked about it. So I know that I didn't do anything wrong. And I know they, like, believed my story. But believed the truth. I wasn't lying. Okay. Well, that is my story. I hope you enjoyed my pain. Just sharing with you guys a little bit more. I've been trying to make videos, and I have made videos, but I'm like, ugh, do I want to put that up? Like, people aren't even gonna care. And then now I'm just like, whatever. Oh, okay, I gotta go eat my food. Okay, bye. Woo! Hell yeah!